Alright, now that you know the basics of the strat, it's time to put it all together. The first thing I want to mention is that the strat can be for any type of trader. It's not a strategy, but a way of looking at the charts and reading the price action. So it can be used for scalpers, day traders, swing traders, and even investors. You can use it with options, stocks, futures, and crypto. Most strat strategies all have the basic checklist that follows the strat. First being full time frame continuity. Now, which time frames is up to you and your style of trading. If you're a scalp trader, maybe that monthly chart doesn't really matter very much to you, but maybe you use the daily chart as your biggest time frame. So you have to test out which time frames you like to watch, but here are a few examples of what time frames different traders use. Just remember that your biggest time frame is where you get your magnitude or your target. Now the next thing is that you must have some sort of strat pattern based off of those worksheets on your largest time frame, giving you the biggest magnitude and keeping that magnitude in mind. And lastly is managing your position, where you take off your losses real quick for a very small loss and holding those big runners for big moves. And those moves are the ones that hopefully are wiping out other people's accounts and pouring into your account. Of course, this strategy of holding all the way to magnitude is up to your testing, and it has to match your personality. If it's not something that fits your personality, maybe doing those quicker scalps is better for you rather than holding all the way to these big moves. Now there are a couple things that I want you to watch out for as well. First is if it doesn't have full time frame continuity, but you see a good pattern on a 15-minute chart, you have to be aware that your setup will only last 15 minutes because you are finding your magnitude on a 15-minute chart. Remember, the idea is to find the bigger moves or the pattern magnitude on the bigger time frames, and then zoom in to the smaller time frames to find a good entry so that you can have the smaller risk with a larger reward on the bigger time frame. Second, as I mentioned before, be aware of the inside days, so the ones, and be aware of those mother bars trapping the ones. You don't want to be stuck in a choppy market or a choppy stock, especially with options that have time decay. You usually want to be trading 2s and 3s. I hope that helps you understand at least the basics of the strat. There are so many people out there that trade the strat. There's full communities and a ton of information on the strat. So below I have all the links that refer to the strat and some people that you can possibly follow if you want to dive deeper into the strat. So if you're interested, go ahead, click on some of those links and start doing some research. And I'll see you in the next videos.